If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. What's good, YouTube? The Edison Format World Championship Qualifier over in Format Libraries finally wrapped up, so we're going to be bringing you the top 8 deck lists, which are posted over on the website as of today. So first, we're starting here with Phil's Vayu Turbo list. Now, pretty much everyone is on this double Greffer, double Arma, triple Sirocco ratios. The hamsters are can vary. It's usually 1 or 2. Phil seems to be playing 2, which I feel like is correct. 1 hamster just seems like you're hardly even playing hamster at that point. Like maybe going second you go down to 1, or maybe going second you go down to 0. I don't know how they side with the hamsters. 1 Sidra is some technology that people have been off lately, I think. I kind of like the 1 Sidra, especially if you play Sork, but Phil actually isn't playing Sork, which is a little bit confusing. The Sidra is still good, but it's like, why are you not playing the Sork if you're playing the Sidra? I think the Sork is quite good, so I would play the Sork even with 1 Oppression. I do think 1 Oppression is probably the appropriate ratio in terms of main decking. It's just good enough against enough things to be at 1, but at 2 you're going to just play against something where Oppression's garbage and you're going to be drawing it too much and you're going to feel bad, so I think 1 is fine in the main deck, and then you side the other one, and side and extra are all pretty standard for Vayu Turbo. On to the next list. This is probably the coolest thing that topped. This was a Salvo Machina deck, which was absolutely wild to watch. We caught it a couple times on stream, I do believe. So it's got the Chaos Dad Salvo aspect mixed in with the sort of mill Machina stuff. The Machina engine is significantly cut down, though. There's only 1 force, which is hardly any. Maybe you could cut the Lila and play a 2nd force or something. I don't know. There's a lot of flip monsters with the hamsters, the Raikos, the Dekoichis. Ton of flip monsters. You got a lot of dark monsters, so you play Allure. Book of Moon, quite good with the flip monsters. The Machina package is just really strong, and then you play even more machines. I do like Caius in this deck. I feel like more people need to start jamming Caius into these Machina decks, because Caius is just a nuts card. And it goes pretty well with a lot of the stuff you have already, so I think Caius is pretty good. Trap lineup is pretty standard. Starlight Road. This is a pretty back row light build to be playing Starlight Road. Is this 42? I don't know if this thing is messing with me, or if this is actually 42, if that's how it's counted. But it looks like they're on 42 cards. To me, they're still on that triple Avarice stuff, so really cool, really based deck. Congratulations to Loofbone for managing to top with this creation. Next up, we've got Blackwing. This is Curse's build. There's a main deck Crow and Upstarts, which is notable, I guess. I guess Upstart lets you find Whirlwind Dad more often. People usually play that in hybrid, if at all, though. Whereas this is more a pure build, at least it looks like. Also on Double Dark Eruption, which is a pretty sick tech card. I think 2 is probably pushing it. Maybe 1 is more appropriate. On Double Oppression Nane in pure Blackwing, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like you're better off playing the Sidras. Oppression's always felt worse in pure than in the Vayu decks to me. That's just my take on it. I think that the Vayu, the hybrid and the Vayu Turbo decks have way more gas that just works under Oppression. Whereas pure, all of your power plays are stopped under Oppression, pretty much. If you don't have Whirlwind or something and you flip Oppression, your deck is very not scary at that point. So you better be in a winning position. And then side and extra, all standard Blackwing stuff. I mean, there's quite a few Blackwing decks in Top Cut. This was a sort of big resurgence tournament for Blackwings, which hadn't really done much all year. So this is the first event where they really performed, and they definitely did perform. There were multiple Blackwing lists in the top 8, so we're going to try not to spend too much time on every single one, picking apart the details. Next, we got Dragon Turbo. This looks like Ghost Rider's build, and it's Ghost Rider. On the Vortex Trooper and the Reckless Greed, extremely cool. Also on 1 Call of the Haunted. I don't know if he was playing this before, but that's definitely pretty cool. I think Call of the Haunted is a seriously underrated card in Edison format. I think it's really, really, really good. It's not as good as Reborn, obviously, but it can be borderline as good as Reborn in a lot of situations. So I think more stuff should honestly play it. It's a pretty good card. And then just the standard Dragon Turbo monster lineup with the one Drago, the triple red meds, triple debris, the Detuners, the blue eyes. Not on Prime Mat main. I don't think most people main that card. Did Hydra's build main one Prime material? I don't exactly remember, but they're citing that. So, and of course, you got all the draw power, the instant fusion, the avarice, all the disgusting spell cards, super rejuve. Yeah, Dragon Turbo, GB Hunter in the side, extremely based, Holy crap! Actually, on triple Vortex, which that's pretty standard for Turbo. Triple Mask of Restricts, double Decree is cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Dragon Turbo build. Ghost Rider's got a lot of sick techs in here that really puts his own spin on it. Next, we have another Blackwing deck. This one by Gia, who is a current / former Crow's Nest member. I don't really know what's going on with Gia, but she topped with Blackwings. It's pretty cool. I remember I always disagreed with 7 tools, but she's on the 7 tools. So, yeah, I mean, double Oppression. Again, I don't think this is too great in pure Blackwings. Like, maybe 1. I don't even know if I would main this in pure Blackwings. If I'm playing against pure Blackwings and they flip Oppression, I'm just chilling at that point. Like, you are not killing me with your dumb stuff. No Blizzard play, no, like, Bora spam field, no Dad, no anything. I'm not scared anymore. So I don't like this card in the main deck of pure Blackwing whatsoever. But yeah, other than that, just standard stuff. You know, the Blackwing decks only vary by like 5 cards or something. There's not a whole lot to talk about. So congratulations to Gia for her 3rd place finish. And second, we've got, okay, this is the last Blackwing deck, I swear. Oh wait, this isn't second. This is tied for 3rd. What am I talking about? Popeye has his pure Blackwing build, which is on 1 Oppression main, a little bit more appropriate of a ratio than the other 2. Dark Eruption, again, I think 1 Dark Eruption is probably fine. 2 is probably too many. So these ratios look a bit better. On 1 Sidra, that's kind of funny. Usually they play 2 or 0 in the pure Blackwing decks, but he's opted for 1. I can kind of see it. Cyber's like a pretty decent one-off in a lot of decks, I think, where it's just the kind of card where 1 is just the perfect amount to be seeing in certain decks. So I can see it at 1. And, I mean, yeah, besides that, just all the standard Blackwing stuff. Was one of these builds on 2 Vayu? I don't remember. I think the list that was in finals was on 2 Vayu or something, if I can remember that correctly. On Tuner's Scheme on the side. That is weird. That's a funny card. Everyone go read Tuner's Scheme. It's funny. Interesting that it's being played. I never saw it resolve, so I don't really know, but it is a pretty sick side, that card. All right, second place we have Giorgione's Hero Beat deck. Hero Beat's definitely the like flavor of the month deck right now. I feel like it's seen the biggest surge in popularity recently. This looks pretty similar to the build that he piloted. In fact, it might be exactly the same as the build he piloted at the Gladiators of Edison 3v3 tournament, where his team, I think, did pretty well there. On the Cyber Dragons with the Honest, the Oceans, the Snowman Eaters. Notably, again, no Divas. I think that build is trash compared to this build. Also on the Morphing Jar and the Grand Mole. I think the Morphing Jar is annoying and probably worse the more people like know that you're on it. The Grand Mole, however, is extremely based. That card is so good. Double E-Call seems to have become the standard ratio. I don't know how I feel about this like 1 Wing Blast, 1 Skill Drain, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Compulse thing that's going on in here. It's a little mediocre. Also on Torrential, do most Hero Beat players play Torrential? I feel like it's kind of like Blackwings where they just don't really want to play that card, but could be wrong. And yeah, just a bunch of fusions in the extra. Pretty solid build in my opinion. I really prefer this version to the other Hero Beat version, and it definitely shows because he's done well with it twice now. So yeah. Finals, we've got Ludo's Blackwing deck. Yeah, this is the one that was on 2 Vayu in Pure. That's super weird. That is super weird. It's like 2 Vayu? What are we doing? We're summoning it off Shura sometimes, but not all the time? Never mind. Other weird stuff going on. Econ. That is just bizarre. I don't know what you're doing with this card. Like, huh? Why Econ? There's like 0 good ways to get value out of this in Blackwings, in my opinion. So, Yeah, Legacy of Yada also a bit weird. The other Blackwing list was on like Upstart, which is, yeah, you're giving your opponents life points, but at least a faster way to get you to Whirlwind. Legacy of Yada just seems really slow for the like game plan of Blackwings, but maybe you're just figuring it's a set heavy deck, or like in the mirror they're always going to try to space your back row so you chain it and get a plus. But I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the Legacy of Yada and Black. Maybe it's just the type of thing where Ludo feels like the Legacy of Yada thing is so good and so cool he's just gonna play it in everything. And I could kind of see that because I like Legacy of Yada. So I don't know. It's interesting. I think the econ and the double value is super bizarre though. I don't understand that whatsoever. But must have worked for him somehow because he got first place. And yeah, that is all of the top 8 deck lists. Blackwing's very, very represented compared to previous tournaments. Notably, also 0 frog decks. Everyone's been freaking out about frogs recently, about how it's unfair, it's the best deck. 0 frog decks. That's what we love to see, right? None of them. Not even one. All right, hope you guys enjoyed seeing me go over all of the deck lists, and I will be with you tomorrow with another video, so be sure to tune in for that. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.